Tonight and every Monday night, Downstairs Entertainment, in association with DaveyBoy Productions, presents Jenny McIntosh, Girl Friday. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Jenny McIntosh, Girl Friday in Part 4 of A Case of Triple Indemnity.
The name is McIntosh. Genevieve McIntosh. Certificate number 3104, issued by the Catherine Gibbs School of Business. Occupation? Girl Friday. I don't really like that term, Girl Friday. What do they think I do the other 4 days of the week? I moved from the East Coast a few years back and work for a fella named Rivetter in Los Angeles now. Oh, he's a lug, but he's got a good heart. I think he'd do just about anything for me, and that's something a girl can stand behind. Rex is off working some insurance case. Normally, I wouldn't leave him alone without a way to contact me, but it's a pretty clear-cut deal. Some guy got himself killed, and his wife is hounding the insurance company for the payoff. Nothing he can't handle. Besides, I had to take some time off to run an errand. I'm at the train station, waiting for my sister. She's visiting from back home in New Jersey, the Garden State. It's perfect for her. She's a little prickly. Oh, don't get me wrong, I love my sister, but we're not little girls riding Dino's Wonder Wheel anymore. Although, by the look of Antoinette as she gets off the train, she's still playing dress-up. It takes 3 porters, 2 trips to get all of my little sister's bags over to my car. Packing light is not one of Antoinette's strong suits.
There you go, ma'am. Will there be anything else?
You gotta put them in the trunk. They ain't gonna jump in there themselves.
Of course, ma'am.
Sheesh, something about the sun out here. I think it fries your noodle.
Antoinette, be nice. They're working for a living.
So, let them work. Who's stopping them?
There you are, ma'am. Will there be anything else?
Did you get everything in there?
Yes, ma'am.
Then that's it.
You gotta tip him.
Oh, right. Here you go. Thanks.
A whole dime? There was 6 bags, ma'am.
And I think you scuffed one of them.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
We didn't scuff no bags.
Yes, ma'am. Very sorry, ma'am. That'll be fine. Let's go, Rudy.
Hold up. Here, you gotta excuse my sister. She's been on a train for a couple of days and she's tired.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
What'd you do that for?
You were being rude.
I was being frugal. You don't have to.
This ain't New Jersey. This is Los Angeles. They got real movie stars out here.
So, maybe I'm Mrs. Jack Benny.
Oh, you've been out here 2 minutes and already you're married. Again.
Well, at least I got married. Again.
This will be the last call for train 307 to San Francisco. All aboard!
I'm sorry, that was uncalled for.
No, it's fine. Let's go. You gotta understand. I love my sister.
Last call.
We're just not kids anymore.
And clear.
After our brother went off to war, I was the oldest. I had to make sure my sister got dressed and ready for school. I did the cooking and the cleaning. Because during the war, Ma worked at a diner in downtown Fairhaven, while Dad toiled away at his tiny little law firm. He made a little bit of dough back in some case in '38, but never went too far after that. But I'm getting off topic. I was looking after my baby sister instead of enjoying my freedom like all of my girlfriends. I guess I've been looking after her ever since. Antoinette was always bugging me about why Mom wasn't around like she used to be. I tried to explain it to her several times, but you know those kids that no matter how many times you tell them something, they just never listen. That was Antoinette. In spades.
So, how are things?
Oh, good. Yeah, things are good.
You still working for that guy? What's his name? Stapler?
Rivetter. Rex Rivetter, and you know that.
Yeah, but I like to raspberries.
Antoinette. The baby of the family, Daddy's favorite. Sometimes I could kill her.
We should go to the Brown Derby.
What?
We should go to the Brown Derby for lunch. We should go to the Brown Derby.
The Derby? Where did you hear about...
Lucy went there when she came out to Hollywood.
Lucy?
Sure. Her and Ricky and the Mertzes all came out to Hollywood last month, and she ate at the Brown Derby, and she met William Holden.
Antoinette! You know that ain't real, right?
The Brown Derby? Sure, it's real. I read
No,
it.
the Derby's real, but that show, it's not real. It's just made up. It's what they do here.
I know it's not real. What do you think? I'm stupid? Jeez, you're starting already.
Starting? Starting what?
I've been here 5 minutes and you're starting in on the big sister routine already.
What big sister
My
routine?
whole life you've been acting like you're my mom or something.
Well, maybe if you didn't act like you...
I came all the way out here to visit you, and all I want to do is see a movie star or something. You live here. It probably ain't no big deal to you. You walk down the street and there's Cary Grant. You probably live next door to Audrey Hepburn or Jimmy Stewart or something. But I'm married to a guy that runs the ice cream counter at the Rexall in Hoboken. I need some excitement, Genevieve, before I'm too old to...
She lets it hang there, like the last bulb in a darkened room. It swings slowly, lighting one corner and then the other, but never the whole room at once. Tony's always been afraid of getting old, of missing out. I can't blame her, I guess. She's been through a lot. Look, the Derby's a little pricey, but I tell you what, we can grab something at Schwab's. You'll like that.
Schwab's? What's that, some kind of deli?
No, it's a drugstore on Sunset.
A drugstore? I want a Coke float. I can have Jerry make me one in Hoboken.
This ain't no Rexall. You never heard of Schwab's.
It's a drugstore, right? What, they got some special kind of mascara or hot water bottles or something? Oh yeah, I just rode across the country for a week.
It's where Lana Turner got discovered.
Lana Turner? You serious?
Would I kid you?
Schwab's. They got a BLT there? I'm starving.
So, Schwab's it is. Oh, God, I hope there's nobody famous there.
Hi, this is Randy Coull, the voice of Rex Rivetter.
And this is Greg McAfee of Downstairs Entertainment.
We are so grateful to all the fans who nominated me,
And the rest of the cast and crew.
right, them too, for the 2016 Audioverse Awards. Thank you so much.
The Audioverse Awards is an annual award show celebrating the best in free audio drama, and we're thrilled to be a part of it. We need your help. The nomination period ends on September 30th, and then online voting begins.
The first round of voting will be open for 2 weeks to decide the finalist in each category. We would really appreciate it if you could take some time in the first 2 weeks of October and vote for me, Randy Coull.
Randy?
What? Oh, right. And the rest of the...
Of our talented...
Of our talented cast and crew.
Good.
And me, Randy Coull.
Stop talking now.
I'm stopping talking now.
You can vote by going to www.audioverseawards.net. And if you love audio drama like we do, there are a ton of categories and shows nominated. Vote for the ones you love and take a listen to the ones you haven't heard of yet.
When you voted, feel free to share that you did and invite others to vote on... Oh, wait, hold it. I know I can do this. The Facebook or the Twitter.
I do it better.
Sure.
I do.
Boys, seriously.
Sorry, Rhiannon.
Once again, the website for voting is www.audioverseawards.net. And the voting is the first 2 weeks of October. Thank you so much for listening. And now, back to the show.
Rex Rivetter, Private Eye. Which is me, Randy Coull.
Okay, look.
What?
I wrote you.
Okay, boys, we're done.
No. You've got it all wrong. It's and now, ladies and gentlemen. It's got to come from, down in the, and now. Do it. And now.
I don't...
You're hogging the mic.
I'm not hogging the mic.
I'm going to tell Rhiannon.
Wait, you just stepped on my foot.
I didn't step on your foot. What, that was your foot? And now, ladies and gentlemen, we return to Jenny McIntosh Girl Friday in Part 4 of A Case of Triple Indemnity.
We didn't have to wait that long for a seat at the counter. We order a couple of sandwiches, but I don't think Antoinette touches hers. We barely even talk. Why didn't I think of this place before?
Is that John Wayne?
No, so how is Ma?
She's Ma. You know how she is. The bank's never right, the guy at the market is cheating her, Mr. Vanderhall is peeping on her. Oh my God, is that Montgomery Clift?
No, so what about her health?
She's as strong as a horse. She'll outlive us both. I think that's Deborah Carr.
Where?
Sitting over there with the guy you said wasn't Alan Ladd.
Now, why would Deborah Carr be sitting with someone that isn't Alan Ladd?
I don't know. Maybe it is Alan Ladd.
He's not Alan Ladd, and she's not Deborah Carr.
How do you know?
Because Alan Ladd only comes in on Tuesdays. Come on, let's go.
Well, maybe he's confused. Hey, wait up!
We drive over to my place, and Mr. Ballesteros from across the hall helps us lug the luggage inside. He eyeballs my sister, and for once, she doesn't make a scene. She must be exhausted.
I'm gonna take a bath. You mind?
You know I got a shower.
Yeah, but I want to take a bath. It relaxes
All
me.
right, take a bath. Well, now, where did I put my purse? I gotta go to work for a bit, but I'll be back in a couple hours, and we'll all go out to dinner.
Who?
You and me and Rex and a client. Some fella named Breslow. Rex knew him in the war.
It's on the chair. Is he married?
Would it stop you if he were? Oh, thanks. Now, where did I put my keys? My number's on the desk by the door, and there's a phone down the hall. You need some change?
That's why I came out here.
What?
For some change. They're in the kitchen.
Oh, here they are. Now, there's stuff in the fridge if you're hungry. Make sure you eat.
We just ate. Besides, we're going out for dinner, right?
With a client. I don't want him thinking we're pigs. Look like Rex don't pay me enough.
Does he?
He does the best he can. And things are looking up. Just please, Antoinette, please behave tonight.
All right. I'll be on my best behavior, I pinky swear.
And don't wander off. Los Angeles is a big city. I don't want you getting lost.
I ain't gonna get lost. If I can handle Brooklyn, I can handle Hollywood. Maybe I'll go see a movie.
This ain't Hollywood. It's Huntington Park. Just stay inside today and get some rest. There'll be time for exploring later. I don't really have to go back to the office, but sometimes my sister can be a bit much. Everybody's got those relatives that you're glad don't live next door. Now, if I thought my sister actually came out here to visit me, maybe it would be different. The drive to the office only takes about 20 minutes. I must have hit all the green lights, so I get there a few minutes after 4. Must be my lucky day. The office door is open a crack. I was sure I locked it when I left. If Rex finds out, he'll murder me. But as I get closer, I can hear voices from inside.
Shoot, my love. Shoot these bastards. Kill them so we can get out of here.
I grab the thermos from my desk and fly into Rex's office, swinging.
Look out, Angel.
Miss McIntosh, I presume.
Careful there. Let's not get a head full of bad ideas.
Rex, are you all right? What's going on?
Nothing serious, Angel. Meet an informant.
An informant? He got a name?
I would prefer to remain anonymous at this time, if it is all the same.
We'll call him Sonny for now.
Well, what's going on? I heard him tell someone to shoot.
Oh, it's all right, Angel. Sonny here was just relating a story to me, something he heard earlier. Isn't that right, Sonny?
Indeed, but perhaps this is not the time.
Nonsense. I've got very few secrets from her. Have a seat. Finish your tale.
Very well, Mr. Rivetter. Provided Miss McIntosh promises to holster her weapon.
All right, Angel. Why don't you put down your coffee can in there and pour us some drinks?
As I was saying, that is a direct translation of what Mrs. Scarlatti was telling her gardener.
My love, huh?
Indeed.
Kill them so we can get out of here. Maybe Mrs. Scarlatti isn't grieving as much at her husband's passing as she lets on.
It would seem.
So, tell me, how did you get involved in all of this?
Mr. Scarlatti used to work for an associate of my employer. He helped with some sporting issues.
He was a bookie.
Your words, Mr. Rivetter, not mine.
So that explains the robbery. There wasn't much at his shop that was worth stealing. I can't imagine he would have had much dough on him from selling trinkets.
His other business was not doing well either. The word is he may have been keeping some of the profits for himself.
Skimming. That's what they got Luciano for, am I right?
I really would not know about such things. However, I also heard that he wanted out of the business.
Lucky Luciano?
Mr. Scarlatti.
He wasn't a lifetime guy.
No. His addition to the family came only a few years ago. It is rumored that he needed money to book passage from Italy for a young lady.
Mrs. Scarlatti.
Indeed, though they were not yet married at the time.
And now she's making time with the gardener.
So it would appear. Thank you, my dear, but sadly I must take my leave of you both now. I need to make a telephone call. My employer will want to know how things went with the young Mrs. Scarlatti, and he is a man that does not like to be kept waiting.
Well, we wouldn't want him upset, would we? So long, Sonny. See you around.
Mr. Rivetter, Miss McIntosh.
Wow, boss. You really got yourself into a pickle.
Maybe.
You think that Scarlatti dame killed her husband?
I'm not sure what to think. I do know this much. Something about her story doesn't add up. She comes all the way from Europe to marry Scarlatti. But maybe once she gets here, she finds out he's not quite the man she thought he was. He works long hours, or maybe she gets a little lonely. The gardener is decent looking enough. He's in better shape than her hubby. They're both Italian. Who knows? Maybe she convinced the gardener to knock off Vincent so they could collect the insurance money and ride off into the sunset.
Well, it sure sounds familiar. Like one of those movies.
Yeah, that's the trouble. It fits together a little too easy, which means I'm probably way off base.
Rex is like that sometimes. He'll have a perfectly good answer right in front of him, but it isn't good enough for him. He always has to look for something else. Something more meaningful, I guess. It happens in cases. It happens in a lot of things. So what's our next move?
Hours? Weren't you supposed to be taking the afternoon off? Where's your sister?
Oh, she's back at my place taking a bath. Are you going to confront Mrs. Scarlatti about the affair?
Not yet. I'll let her stew for a while. Think she's getting away with something. Besides, I'm still not convinced there isn't more to it.
Well, what about a suit?
What?
Your friend said to wear a different suit? Oh, maybe that black one you got. Well, change shirts, too. That one's got something on the collar. Lipstick, Mr. Rivetter?
Blood, Angel. But don't worry. It was mine.
Blood?
Just a little scuffle and a love tap from a uniform over at the Scarlatti place. Nothing I couldn't handle.
Rex.
Don't worry. I'll go home and change. I'll meet you girls at Torrentino's.
All right. We'll be there right at 7 o'clock.
Why don't you make it past? That will give my old friend Abe and I a chance to catch up.
You're the boss. But Rex, please be careful.
You're a good girl, Jenny.
When I get back to my apartment, Antoinette is already trying on dresses. It never ceases to amaze me how that girl gets anywhere on time. But with some prodding and a few threats, we get to the restaurant at about 7:45. The boys look anxious to see us, like we're rescuing both of them from the other's company. We order some drinks, and before I can even get a compliment on my hair, Antoinette is dancing with Abe Breslow. As they pass by the table, I can hear snippets of conversation. I'm still not sure who's got who hooked, but my money's on my sister.
Antoinette and Genevieve. Wow, very exotic.
Yeah, I'm always French.
But your last name is McIntosh. Was your dad from Scotland or something?
Well, my last name is Cordovato, at least for a couple more weeks. Then it goes back to Brown, after the divorce is final. My sister? Now that's another story.
So that's why she came out here. She's getting divorced again. I'm not sure which she was trying to get away from more, the wrath of Father Dunn or Ma. Torrentino's is one of those family-type Italian places with pictures of the customers on the wall. The waitresses are all exotic-looking dames, kinda dressed up for a joint like this. But who can figure out folks in Hollywood? They're probably all hoping to get discovered. Rex is looking at some of the photos. He seems to be engrossed in one in particular. So I head over to see who it is. Dean Martin? Sinatra? One of those mob guys that are in the papers? No, it's just some chunky guy and his wife. Well, she's pretty. Maybe that's what he's looking at. She's got that olive complexion, dark hair. Me? I got freckles. I don't like her.
You know who that is?
Some movie star?
Carmen Scarlatti. I saw a picture of them at her house today.
The dame that killed her husband? Is that him?
That's him. I'm pretty sure. Although he was fatter in the picture I saw earlier. The waitress says they used to come in here all the time. Mrs. Scarlatti, for all her charms, can't cook worth a damn.
Huh, no kidding. Well, Mr. Scarlatti don't look like he's missing any meals.
It's an old picture from last year. The waitress says after the wedding he started losing a lot of weight.
An Italian that can't cook. Who knew?
I'm sure she has her other qualities.
I just bet she does. The song ends, and Antoinette and Abe head back over to the table. Rex and I join them, but it's like we're not even there. We have a quick bite, and Abe invites my sister for some after-dinner drinks at a spot called Ciro's. He promises her she'll see stars. I'm not sure they're talking about the same thing. But she's a big girl. I have to remember she can take care of herself. I just hope Mr. Breslow doesn't try to go too far. Like I said earlier, my sister can be a little prickly. Rex says he's got some thinking to do, so I take my car back to my apartment like nothing was wrong. By the end of the week, our foursome would be a twosome.
Tonight's episode of Jenny McIntosh Girl Friday starred Rhiannon McAfee and featured Jennifer McKenna, Randy Coull, Steve Murdock, Frank Remiatte, James Steinberg, and Dave Rivas. It was written by Greg McAfee and is transcribed in San Diego, California. It was produced by Downstairs Entertainment with recording, sound, and editing by DaveyBoy Productions. The Jenny McIntosh theme, Softly as in a Morning Sunrise, by the Artie Shaw Orchestra is used with permission of Music Sales Corp. Jenny McIntosh is directed by Rhiannon McAfee, with vocal, sound, and technical direction by Dave Rivas. If you enjoyed tonight's episode, please find us on the internet at www.dsentertain.com or on the Facebook or the Twitter. And be sure to join us next week for the scintillating conclusion of A Case of Triple Indemnity. For Downstairs Entertainment, this is Greg McAfee speaking.